Here we are going to insert pictures. We have to insert two pictures, one on the right hand side and the second one on the left hand side. And these two pictures are inserted along with the text. And after inserting the picture, we have to give border. And here we have borders on all the four sides. And here after this border on the left hand side, we have to leave some space. And finally, we have to give a background for the introduction. And another thing we are going to do here is we will see how we can give a background color for this. Here we don't have the background color, but we will just see how we can give a background color also. Now we are going to insert the picture. So for that, first we have to bring the mouse pointer where we want to insert the picture. For that, we have to bring the mouse pointer after the first stanza, the beginning of the year. In this place we want the picture, so we are bringing the mouse pointer here. You can see the cursor there, isn't it, the blinking line? And to insert the picture from here, did you see this? It is the insert image. We have to select that, and when you select that, you will get the window like this, insert image. If we are not getting this window from here, when you do this in school, it will be HAC. From HAC you have to select school resources, double click and open that, and then you have to select standard 8, double click and open that, and then here we have images. We have to select that image, so double click and open images, and now we got 4 images here. The first and the fourth, those two have the extension .png, while the second and the third are having the extension .jpg. All these are image or picture files. We have some more extensions for image files, and they are JPEG, BMP, TIFF. Those are also the extensions for image files. So can you tell me the extensions for image files? JPG, JPEG, BMP, TIFF and PNG. These are the extensions for image or picture files. The first picture that we are going to insert is Taj and Tears, the one which is selected here. Either you have to double click and open, or you can select the open. We got the picture here, and we have to adjust the size of the picture here. That poem, the format of that poem has gone, so we have to adjust the picture and we have to get the correct format. So here you can see these squares, isn't it? These squares indicate that we have selected the picture, or the picture is selected now. And here you can see this hand symbol, and if you click and drag, you can move the position of the picture. You can drag and you can adjust the position of the picture when you get this hand symbol. And now when you bring the mouse pointer to this end here, also when you bring the mouse pointer to these corners, you will get this arrow like thing, and if you select and drag, we can adjust the size of the picture lengthwise and breadthwise. Here if we are selecting the middle square, we will be adjusting the length only. Here if we are selecting this square, then we can adjust the breadth. So like this we can adjust the size of the picture. We have to select this, adjust the size a bit more, and we will place the picture here. Now we got the first stand size in it. So now we got the picture, and if you want to remove the selection, just click the mouse and that squares will go. And now we want to insert the second picture. So we will bring the mouse pointer before the second stanza. Here we got the cursor. And how will you insert the picture? From insert image. Then we got this from images, which picture? Tagore.jpg. We will double click and we will open this again. We have to adjust the size of the picture, and we want the second stanza along with the picture. And now we have to adjust a bit more, and here we got the second stanza, and here we have the picture. And suppose we are not, in some cases we might not get the picture like this. When we insert the picture will be before the wordings and not along with the wordings. And if we are getting the picture like that, means not along with the text, you have to select the picture. So you click inside the picture and you will get these squares. Then right click, and here did you see this wrap? And here the option is what? Oh, optimal page wrap. In the other case, if the picture and the text are not together, there the option will be wrap off. So instead of wrap off, you have to select the third one, optimal page wrap. Here, since that option has been selected, optimal page wrap has been selected, we got the text and the picture in the same side by side. Otherwise, we will not get the picture and the text side by side. Any doubt? Now we will see how we can insert the borders. You know that, isn't it? How from format we have to select page, and from page we will select borders, and we have to select the second option, set all 4 borders, and then we will change the width and then we will change the color. We change the width to 1. We will change the color to dark blue 1. We want that color, and then apply OK. Here this picture is outside, so we have to adjust that. We will select that square, this middle square, and then we will drag inside. Here we want to leave space, isn't it? And this picture also we have to adjust, and that is why we are not getting that line there. So now we got the line, isn't it? Just see. We have that borders on all the sides. And now we have to insert some space. Here the text and the border are together, no gap there. We want to insert some gap before this text. It should not be like this. After some space only we have to get the text. So we will see that. Before doing that, we will just see the difference between page and paragraph. Here I told you we gave the borders using the option page. Suppose we are giving, we will cancel that, and we will see, we will select the whole thing, and we will see if we are giving the borders using paragraph, how will we get that. So for that we have selected the matter, then from format menu we are selecting paragraph, and again we are selecting the tab borders, line arrangement, the second one set all for borders, and then we are changing the width to 1. We will change the color to dark blue 1, and then OK. You just see that. How did we get the borders here? Just see. Here we are not getting those two lines, isn't it? And the first answer along with the heading and the introduction is given within the first box, and then the second stanza, the picture, we will adjust the size of the picture. The second stanza is given within the second box. We don't need like this, isn't it? And that is why, so we will give Control Z to undo this, and that is why we used page. Okay, any doubt? So now you know the difference between page and paragraph, why we used page instead of paragraph. So we will give that borders once more. So after selecting format, page, then from the tab borders, we are selecting the second option, underline arrangement. Here we are changing the width to 1 and color dark blue 1, dark blue 1, then apply and OK. So now you know when you have to use paragraph and when you have to use page. If the matter is for one complete page, you have to use page. If it is for one single paragraph, then you can use paragraph. Can you follow? Now we will leave the space after this left border on the left hand side. So if you want to leave some space after that border on the left hand side, first of all we will place the cursor here. So here we don't have any space, isn't it? And to get that space, from format menu, we are selecting paragraph. From format menu, we have to select paragraph, and from there we have to select the tab indent and spacing. It is the tab that is selected is borders. We don't need that. We want indent and spacing. And here, did you see this indent before text? Indent means the gap between the text and the border. So that gap is known as the indent. We will increase the value. It is given as 0. We will give the value as 0.50 centimeter. So whatever we do here, we will get the change. We can see the preview here. So after giving the value as what indent before text, we gave the value as 0.50 centimeter and then OK. Here we got that gap only for the first line, isn't it? So what should we do? We want that gap for the entire page. So we will undo this. Control Z, we will undo this. We will select the whole text, the whole matter we have to select. We want that space for the entire, and then from format, paragraph, indent and spacing, before text we have to give the value as 0.50, and then OK. So did we get that space there? We got that gap there, isn't it? Isn't it? So now you know how to do that. And one more thing, we will give Control Z. Here also from this paragraph, this borders, we have something known as padding, isn't it? And we'll just see that also what will happen. There also we have left right top and bottom. What will happen if we select that? We want this 0.5, so we are giving padding left 0.5, and whatever value we give there, the same value will be affected to right top and bottom. So if we are using padding, we will see how our output will be. So here what happened, we got that space for the left margin, right margin, top margin and bottom margin. We don't need that. So we have to use select paragraph and so we will, so now we know the difference between that. You have to know that difference. That is why we discussed that. Here we need paragraph, indent and spacing, indent before text. Only on the left hand side we want that gap. If we want the gap on the right hand side, then it should be after text. Here we gave the value for indent before text. And we will save this by giving Control yes. After doing each step, we have to save that. Any doubt here? And now we will give the background color for this introduction, isn't it? We inserted the picture, we gave the borders, and now we want the highlight for the introduction. And for that you have to select the introduction, and you know how you can give the highlight. From here you can give the highlight. And there's another option by which we can give the highlighting and the background color. If we want, we can give the background color. And to get that, did you see these symbols? It is known as the sidebar deck. And here the first one is sidebar setting, the second one is properties, the next one is about the page, then we have the style, then gallery, and then navigator. Here we want properties. If you bring the mouse pointer to each, and when you click the mouse, you will get that. So we want properties. So you bring the mouse pointer to properties, and when you click, you will get that. And here the standard toolbar, here we got that, isn't it? And here we have the highlight. So shall we select highlight from there? It is one light color. We will also select one light shade, light teal 3. The color we have selected is light teal. Here we got that background color, isn't it? Not that we have highlighted that. Suppose instead of this we are selecting, we are giving background. We will select this and here, and this is the background color. Okay, so this is the background color, and we will see what will happen. We will select another color and see. So if we are selecting background, for this gap also we got that color. You can see that yellow square, isn't it? So that is the background. So highlight means what? We will get that color only for the text that we have selected. And if we are giving background, we will, the whole thing will have that background color. You got the difference between highlight color and background color. The same thing we will use from the menu bar. Format, we have character. Highlighting is from here we can select. After selecting the color, okay. So now also we got that the text has been highlighted. And we have another option. We have selected the text format paragraph. And here we have area, isn't it? So from here by default it is none, and that's why we don't have any colors. We can select the color. We are selecting the same color. And if we want a lighter shade of the same color, we can select transparency. The next tab is transparency. Same color, we will get a lighter shade here. It is no transparency. The second option is transparency. And then we can give OK. So we got a light shade. So another thing is what? Here we are giving background and not highlighting. So here we got that color. We don't need this, isn't it? I just taught you that. So for our activity, we have to select this, and then we will use highlight and then that light shade. Light teal 3. Here I have selected light teal 4. So now you got that background color. Any doubt? Here what we did, and we will see what was given in our text. So this is what we were doing, and we got all these things, isn't it? Once again we will check with what we did. And I told you the last we will be giving a background color. For your practical exam they might ask you to give a background color, and that is why I told you that we will give a background color for this. So for that, again we are selecting the whole thing. The entire matter we have selected. Then from format menu we are selecting paragraph, and here I told you if you want to give colors you can use area, and by default it is none. And if you want a single color, from here you can select that single color. Background color we will select this yellow, light yellow 2. I'm selecting that color. And if you want the same color but a lighter shade, you can use transparency. And here we are selecting transparency, and we got a light shade, isn't it? Can you see that? Or should we select another color? I think we will select another color. We will select this light magenta 3, and then we will give transparency. So now you can see that, isn't it? And we are going to give the gradient. We will see what will happen. Here we have type, and here it is given as linear. And if you click here, you will get the other options. We have 6 different options, and I am selecting radial. If you want, you can select another option and see. We will select this one. Okay, and then we are selecting OK. Did you get that background color? So our activity is over. The first activity is over. In your text, you need not give the background color, but for your exam, if they ask you, you have to give the background color. It might not be the same poem and all. It will be something else. And there, if you have to give the background color, you can give the apply background color like this. And don't forget to save this. Control S. You have to, after doing, you have to save. So our first activity is over. So this is our first activity. Any doubt in this?